Hi guys, so I'm going to read The Kingdom number 1. This is published in February of 1999. So The Kingdom by Mark Waid and Ariel Olivetti. If anyone ever deserved heaven, it was him. A blissful reward, commensurate with the greatness of his legend. A familiar realm, none the less removed from worldly concerns. And for a while, the song of angels mingled with heartbeats of his loved ones, and the clack of typewriter keys, to drive a nagging realization from his brain. Once upon a time, the slightest squint had allowed him to see beyond the stars. The smallest step had carried him from planet to planet. But here, for the first time in his long life, there are limits. Like clockwork. Look!
Up in the sky!
He deserved heaven, not prison. Oh man. Oh man. How many did he get so far? Carry the 4 and 6 and 7 is... maybe it'd be faster to multiply instead. Where am I? Great. Another one. Dead man? Is that you? Chauffeur to the afterlife. One and the same. Wish I could say I was glad to see you, pal. Now, what's today? But you're a ghost. If I can see you. Today, clock. A little help here. What's the date? Then I must be dead too. That's right. You were murdered, Clocky. Now you're a ghost. Sorry to break it to you. Condolences later. Right now, I gotta know the date you died. Stay here with me. Yeah. July 10th? Yeah? 2031. Okay, that checks. We've been expecting you. Come on, let me take you to the others. Others? Who else? Oh, you're in good company, pal. Allow me to introduce you around, Mr. July 10th, 2031. September 19th, 2038. March 21st, 2033. December 24th, 2022. October 9th, 2027. Welcome to the club. Never-ending slaughter. Mark Waid, writer. Ariel Olivetti, artist. Phil Felix, letters. John Coletts, colors. Chris Chukri, separations. Tony Bedard, associate editor. And Dan Raspler, editor. Based on Kingdom Come by Mark Waid and Alex Ross. Superman, created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. They're all me. How can you be multiple spirits? How can you be dead more than once? They're looking into that. Literally. Looking into what? We're pooling our telescopic vision to pierce the time barrier, so we can get a glimpse of what's causing this. Join in. See for yourself. What? Look. July 9th, 2031. Wednesday. It's been a while, Mitzias Pitlick, but not long enough. You're frightening people. Stop the statue, now!
Your wish is my command, Soups. Sim, salah, bim. Hey, wait a minute. That blast. That wasn't one of mine.
Who are you? My name is Gog, and I am truth.
My staff contains the fire of a dozen red suns. Together, they burn almost as brightly as my loathing for you.
July 8th, 2031, Tuesday.
Who are you? My name is Gog, and I am Judgment. Tell me, this metal from your homeworld, Krypton, is it stronger than your skin, Man of Steel? Why, yes, it certainly is.
July 7th, 2031, Monday.
Who are you? My name is Gog, and I am Punishment. The bomb at your side is one of my own invention. When it detonates, it will duplicate down to the molecular level. The most famous explosion in galactic history. The explosion of Krypton. You might want to thank me. This time, I didn't kill you. Not immediately, anyway. Oh, you'll die, all right. But not before you spend the next 1,000 years screaming. Every cell in your body transformed into living kryptonite.
Some view from up here, huh? Sorry, man.
Every day, this Gog, he's marching back through time, killing me anew every single day. He can't do that.
It's a shock, I know. Denial's a natural stage. Roll with it.
No! I mean, it's not possible. I don't accept this. The nature of the time paradox. Murdering me earlier and earlier throughout my life. By every rule we know, the space-time continuum ought to be hemorrhaging chaos.
And yet, it's not. Don't ask me. I just work here. Besides, I got to get you spirits moving upward and outward.
Who is this Gog? Why does he hate me so much? He has to murder me over and over again. He spoke as if we'd met, but I don't know him.
You might try asking August 11th, 2040. He was the first of you guys to arrive. He came here in the worst shape. You got a itch to use your X-ray vision on the capes? I let it go.
What did he do to you? Uncorked a Kryptonian virus. Who is he? His story intertwines with ours. Think back, Cal. Reflect on the history we share. In the first decade of the 21st century, the world began answering to a new breed of young heroes. At first, we welcomed their help, until we realized just how different they were. Misguided, ruthless, some borderline psychotic. They grabbed the moral compass our generation had established and gave it a nasty spin. Eventually, after years of trying to control them, of watching helplessly as citizens cheered them on, rejecting the virtues we'd stood for, we and our friends left our responsibilities to them. It was the greatest error in judgment we could have made. Without us to hold them in check, they went wild. In time, their actions predicated a nuclear disaster that claimed the entirety of Kansas. That's what brought us, out of retirement. And all that devastation, we found only one survivor. A young boy who'd lost everything. His name was William. I remember. Whatever became of him. Look. He became a minister who had a rather unique concept of God's identity. The senselessness of the Kansas disaster had driven William to the brink of madness. He convinced himself Kansas was my test of faith, just for him, that I was a holy being, and that I'd selected him to be my messenger. When I found out and told him what had really happened, how we'd sinned by distancing ourselves from humanity, how Kansas wasn't my will, but rather my fault, William created a new truth. I was the Antichrist. Soon after, a conclave of cosmic immortals, known as the Quintessence, took advantage of William's rage, electing the Phantom Stranger their messenger. They conferred upon William immeasurable knowledge and immense power, which he used to end my life, the first of 1,000 times. Good God, how can anyone know such anger? I wish it were just anger, but it's strategy as well. He wants to make certain there's no Superman anywhere who can stop him. The Quintessence gave him a mission, Cal, to change history, to accelerate the Kansas disaster and all the tragedy which followed.
Bice is pulling out, boys. Let's go. We got more coming in every minute.
Why would anyone want Kansas to happen sooner? An excellent question, which only the Quintessence can answer. If the Kansas disaster happens sooner, Zeus, before the superhumans retire, mortals' faith in them might be forever shattered. Perhaps their need to believe in something will favor the nearly forgotten Olympian gods. If it happens sooner, Ganthet, perhaps your Green Lantern of the late 20th century can stop it, giving you influence over a champion whose galactic stature would then eclipse Superman's. If it happens sooner, High Father, perhaps the war between humans and superhumans, its sparks will give you what you want. Perhaps this time, the battle's explosiveness would fission the good on Earth safely away from the evil. Just as a similar God war divided New Genesis and Apocalypse eons ago. If it happens sooner, Wizard, Shazam, perhaps your beloved Billy Batson will not have to die to stop it.
Perhaps? Perhaps? How dare you play dice with humanity's fate to favor your own ends? Have you learned nothing? In your infinite wisdom you have fallen prey to the same arrogance which began this calamity. Like the superhumans, you have positioned yourselves above those with whom you share the universe. You speak that way to me? Surely I cannot be held accountable for the actions of their agent.
Agent Comfort, you are as responsible for his creation as the rest of us. We charted a specific destination for him. Hardly our fault that in his rage he has chosen a rather gruesome path. Perhaps the gifts of godly wisdom and power were too much for a poor mortal to bear.
So, you have pity for William. How touching. The galactic powers have found sympathy for a mortal man. Too late. I ache to leave your company, to set this right, but I dare not. I have no choice but to monitor you to make certain you take no action to compound this crisis. Still, I must act, and, in all of time and space, there is only one being who can work as my agent. Only one who knows the supreme and unwhisperable secret that Gog's actions may soon expose. Hunter, don't touch that. The last time, the problem's not in the chronosands. What's wrong with this infinity tracker?
Sorry, Leary. Guess this anomaly's got us all flustered.
Anomaly, he calls it. Try catastrophe. Hunter, forgive us, for we haven't the patience right now to tolerate your naivete. We stand on the brink of Armageddon. Every time this Gog slays a version of Superman, younger than the last one he murdered, he takes a sledgehammer to the space-time continuum. There's no telling how much he's endangering all of reality, all existence, not without our equipment working properly. When I first began investigating this paradox, I thought a simple exploration beyond the time barrier would clear it up.
And what did you see there?
Madness. Chaos, obviously. I was caught in a hallucinatory grip. But I'm all right now. I know what's real and what's false. In fact, I define it.
We all do. We're the linear men, for God's sake. It's our job to keep the continuum on its one true path, to maintain continuity. And yet, our instruments are suddenly proving useless in giving us any sort of reading on this at all. They can't find any anomaly.
A good carpenter never blames his tools.
What?
Nothing. Just me being the dumb kid in the room.
We have to spend more time, people. We spent a month investigating this today, and we'll spend a year this week if we have to.
This is your agent now, active. I've targeted Gog and I'm on my way to confront him. On the one past day available to me.
Have we checked the Mobius engine, Hunter? Can you help me with that? Hunter, where are you?
There. In order to conceal my actions from the linear men, I must seal off a time point, an undetectable shield around the one day in history where that is possible. The one day when it seemed to the world that anything was possible. When across the globe, all eyes were raised expectantly to the heavens, awaiting the signal of a new beginning, brighter than the brightest star.
That's it, honey. Breathe. Breathe and push.
How's she doing, Clark? Clark?
I heard you, Bruce. Diana's fine. Frankly, I was worried that the Amazons of Paradise Island might have forgotten how to midwife after all these years. They've been terrific. I, on the other hand, feel ridiculous. Especially with a microphone at my throat. You're the child's godfather, Bruce. We would have let you attend.
Thanks, but no. In the first place, childbirth is a private affair between a loving couple. And in the second place, Diana's screams are deafening. No regrets, Clark, about naming me the...
We talked about this, Bruce. He or she will be as much as your child as ours, old friend. In this world, Martha, or Jonathan, will need human guidance as well as superhuman. Just be careful what you teach her.
Or him. How are you holding up?
Me? I'm walking on air.
Clark?
Oh, my God, Diana. He's beautiful. Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Ma.
This just in, Starman. It's a boy. Hale and healthy.
Which sounds like our cue. Ready, Fate? Ready? Let's go. Let's let the whole world know that in every birth we celebrate, every life, that tomorrow's hope is born anew, and that love still conquers all.
Fascinating. I had no idea Satan spawned a son.
Sisters, to arms! Our princess needs us.
Yes! Not really. I know what you're thinking, Superman. After all the times we've met, how could I not? But were I you, I'd hold my fire. How is it possible I knew nothing of this little hellspawn urchin? Why is that? No! Who are you? My name is Gog, and I am retribution, most divine.
Retribution?
You used me, Superman. I surrendered my faith unto you, and in doing so committed my soul to a false god. You pulled me from the ashes of Kansas to preach your word, but I did not see you for what you truly are. You are the ultimate evil, the fallen winged angel cast out of paradise, like a star falling from the sky. William? The beast of holy legend, identified by one distinctive mark. I alone know your secret, that you allowed the Kansas cataclysm to unfold such that you could fix it, so that you could pose as humanity's savior. On the corpses of 1,000,000 innocents, of my mother, my father, my childhood, you built a deception of biblical proportion. It is my mission to expose you, guided by the only true words which ever spill from your vile lips. There is a right and a wrong in the universe, and that distinction is not hard to make. A barrier? Why is there a barrier around?
Surrender the child. Now.
Clark, if you can still hear me, it's Bruce. I've dispatched the cavalry, and I'm on my way. Let the others handle this madman. You stay with Diana! Release my boy! Unlikely. You're a warrior, Wonder Woman. Surely you know the battle value of a shield.
I have a clean shot. Nightstar, no! You've seen how fast he is. He can pull that baby between him and us at the speed of light. To make the rescue, we need someone even faster.
Shh. This is for your good little one. I've saved you from a terrible evil. Your future, I realize it's frightening. I know what it's like to be an orphan. But I promise you, what I do for the good of all mankind. This does not concern you. This is between me and your father, and whosoever interferes with my mission. When you move that quickly, Flash, you energize the electrons in your path. To my eyes, you may as well be waving a flag. Don't you see? You're all pawns in Superman's game. You're being deceived. He feigns goodness and humility, so as to walk among you unsuspected. Clearly I can spare no more days punishing the great beast. Instead, I must show you all the depth of his evil. He escaped the blame for Kansas only because it happened after he retired. I can change that. I should be moving back through time. Why am I not? Because I've sealed the time stream to cut your retreat, Gog. You're not going anywhere until we recover the child. I'd put you away.
Delez it, Yabab!
Child's protected. Go, go!
That's it. Hurl all your power at me, so that I may feed upon it.
He's growing?
Hunter, stand aside. We have to...
You have to trust me. Gog is more powerful than all of you combined. Tell me, what would you sacrifice for your son? Anything. Then sacrifice your instincts and stay back.
Look out!
He's like an army of supermen! No one's bothered to clock Gog's speed, but if I use the power of these wristbands to step between nanoseconds, I'd be faster than him. In his madness, God could still snap your child in half before we can restrain him. Once I get the boy, I hope to knock him to Saturn and back.
Lantern! He's not breathing. Get him out of here!
Be careful! The baby's protection's been shattered.
Not so fast. I believe these wristbands are the devices which maintain your time barrier. Are they not? Were they not? Now our pathway is not barred. Come with me. Bear witness to my ultimate triumph, and I will forevermore protect you from your father's evil. You are safe with me, little one. We are, in our own way, brothers, children of the darkness, champions of the light. As I am Gog, so shall you be my Magog. No!
Hunter, what are you doing here? Thought we'd never crack the barrier, but suddenly it opened. Too late, I'm afraid. Gog's gone and... Gog's gone where? Where is my son?
Calm yourself, princess. According to our readings, he's traveled back to the year 1998. I understand you fear for your child, but we will handle this. You will stay here.
That is not an option.
Listen carefully. Yes, you could follow Gog. As linear men, we each have the power to hold the integrity of time together long enough for you to undertake such a mission. But the moment you do, your entire timeline, everything and everyone around us right now, will cease to exist. I'm sorry. It's unfair. Even if you win, you lose. So fragile is the gossamer of destiny. Gog intends to destroy Kansas prematurely. Whether he succeeds at that or not, he cannot help but alter all that is fated to follow. Should you introduce yourselves into the equation, encounter your 1998 selves, tell them what you know. We cannot salvage the course of events, which has given you the world you know. Earth's one true timeline will remold itself, erasing all you hold dear, including your newborn son. Are you prepared to sign the death warrant for your world? Clark, are you asking us? We don't know.
Don't we? Our world deserves to live, but so do the people of 1998 Kansas. Sounds to me like people will die no matter what's decided. So,
all things being equal, we act like heroes. That's all we can do. You taught us that. We commend your nobility, but this isn't for a vote. This... Hunter! Hunter, what are you doing?
Tss. Agreeing with the girl. Let's go, you three.
Hunter! Hunter, you can't do this! It's complete clonal treason! You'll leave us no choice but to strike you down! Hunter!
Ignore them. As of now, we're off the radar. If we're going to do this, you'll need more than rags on your backs. Superman, Wonder Woman, where were your uniforms yesterday?
At the fortress.
Got 'em. Next stop, 1998. You may not be able to defeat Gog, but you can hold him until I put some contingencies in place.
At what cost to yourself, Hunter? Why betray your own allies to help us?
Because, Batman, despite what the linear men are invested in believing, this is about more than one child or one time paradox. Far more. The truth is, the greatest secret in the universe may well be at stake, unless we save your boy, and prevent Gog from destroying Kansas. Before it's too late.
Wraps up this week's edition of the Kansas Hayride, folks. Tune in next week for Jonathan, I told you to get that darn fool radio fixed now, didn't I?
Oh, Martha, you know Clark's better at that stuff than I am. Always has been.
Clark Kent, don't you dare make our boy waste his time fiddling with a radio. He's got more important things to tend to, and where'd that wind come from?
Oh, my God, Martha. Look!
Jonathan! Jonathan!
To be concluded in the Kingdom number 2. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. If you have any requests you want me to do, just let me know in the comments and I'll tell you when I can do the request. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.